Right, so we're starting this up. This is Kazanan Jungle. It is our, it's Helghan's take of a jungle. I'm starting off with the tactician. Tactician in this map, being that it's guerrilla warfare, isn't about capturing tactical spawn areas. It's more about just marking your enemies, just holding down the location. So we'll keep out sentry drones. It's really helpful out in these areas that are wide open because the sentry drone will give you not only just covering fire, but it'll also help you spot enemies in a distance. So, for instance, one of our bots is noted as a marksman on top, which really helps us point them out. Tactician also has a spot and mark ability, which is really helpful. They give us a good cue as to where the enemies are located right now. Right now, none of them seem to be in my general vicinity. But then again, that could also be key because there's a marksman around who's helping his teammates stay off my radar. It's really helpful in this map to play around with the marksman because they really do a good job at countering tacticians, which, right there, he's too far away from his marksman. And being a medic, make sure you finish him off, or else they're gonna come right back and kill you. So now we're playing around with the infiltrator. This guy's really custom tailored for this map. He does a good job because he's all about playing close range and close to his enemies. So first, let's stick on his disguise. Disguise will help us stay off the radar, especially if we've got a marksman nearby. Tacticians have a very hard time figuring out who's an enemy and who's a friend. But also try to stay away from your friends a little bit like this. It's obvious that I'm going to be a disguised enemy, being that I'm not killing him. So with an infiltrator, go lone wolf. It's really helpful in this map. You do a lot more kills. Flank guys, melee him, finish off the other guy with the brutal melee. That was another tactic, or another infiltrator. So infiltrator versus infiltrator action is pretty cool. You have a lot of brutal melees going on in this map between the infiltrators, the marksmen. So another ability that they have, which is more passive, is they have unlimited sprint when they max it out, and they also have increased run speed, which gives them a really good advantage in this map, being it's close quarters. Running is really what's going to save your life. There's really no way around it. If you get into a firefight, you're going to have to stand your ground. With the infiltrators, you can run for a little bit, get behind a corner, hit your disguise, catch a guy off guard, and hopefully get the drop on him for another brutal melee. So here we have the field medic. It's loaded up with our brand new LS57 ISA LMG, or sorry, SMG. SMG is cool, has two firing modes, obviously. You got your burst fire. When you just single click it, it'll always be 3 bursts. You hold it down, you get full auto. There's no need to switch out for a different ammo mode or anything, it just comes built into the weapon. So the field medic also has health regeneration. We've got an infiltrator ahead of us, right? So with the health regeneration, it gets you back to full health pretty quickly, but it also extends out to your teammates. So if you're close to your teammates, you're actually benefiting them by getting their health regenerating a lot faster. Another thing they'll do is you can call out a mini drone and ask the little guy who's going to start following you and start shooting. Not particularly powerful, but what he does is, aside from covering your back, member dropped, let's revive him, get him back into the fight, get a couple of points for it. Anyway, back to the mini drone. What he's going to wind up doing for you is just giving you some covering fire, but also he's a warning system. He gives you a good idea when you have an enemy nearby. So use them not just for killing, but for racking up assists. Racking up assists are going to get you things like the extra bullet damage perk or the ribbon, and also gives you a good chance to defend yourself. And stick by your enemies or your friends. As I said, you're going to revive them or regenerate them, but when they die on the ground, it's a quick revival. And quick revivals bring your friends back to life with more health, more ammunition, and extra explosives. All right, the engineer, this is my career of choice, especially in tight little maps like this. I like the STA-3. The STA-3 gives me a nice LMG, but also opens fire from a pretty good distance if you stay crouched. You do wind up putting yourself vulnerable while you're crouched. You do move slower, you're a bigger target because you're completely still, but it has such a high rate of fire and lots of ammo that you really mow through little corridors like this. You can cover effectively. Another thing to do is go inside the interior, like these locations over here. Place some proc spines, especially at little choke points. Put one on each side. It's gonna be really hard for the Helghans to spot them. Next thing you know, they're gonna run around the corner and set them off. If you want to know an area like this too, go ahead and pop down your turrets right in areas that are choke points again. and do your friends a favor. Go ahead and find ammo crates, blow them up if they belong to the enemy, and repair them for yourselves. A map like this, guerrilla warfare, it's all about shooting, it's all about killing, so ammo crates are very, very helpful. So I'm playing the Marksman right now, and I'm going to give you guys a look at the alternate way to play a Marksman. You know, normally he's a sniper type of character, and as a sniper, you know, long range, but a map like this is a little more short range. And at short range, you got to change your play style a little bit because you don't have these really long lines of sight to snipe people. You can do it with a sniper, but I prefer going with the frontline soldier. What I'll do here is I'm going to first turn on my cloak, which right now got shut off because I just killed a guy. But assuming that he doesn't find me, I'm going to switch to my machine pistol. And when I'm cloaked, the benefit of being cloaked with a maxed out cloak with a silenced machine pistol is that it will not break the cloak. I can run through the map and be a lot more stealthy. Guys have a harder time spotting me, and at the same time, I have a scramble ability. The scramble ability is going to let me to do is play around with the other team's radar maps. Kind of like in the top left you see right now, there's a Marksman close by to me, and he's scrambling my radar. And a map like this that's really small becomes a very powerful ability. Mixed with silenced weaponry, it becomes very powerful. The Marksman is a great close-range soldier. He doesn't only have to be long-range sniper. And in Kazanan Jungle, he really shows off his true colors.